Ok. Vamos a acomodar esto tantito. Ahí estamos. Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome back to Raphael's Insights. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I welcome you into the world of the esoteric, the divine, the beautiful. Me ven, todos los que me quieren, todos los que me ven en español. Muchas gracias a todos los que me ven. Breathe. Respiren, porque está todo tan fuerte y tan feo que uno, pues, ahorita estamos que... Ay, I don't even know. Ya ni sé, porque me desespero tanto, siento esa energía de todo lo que está pasando por todo el mundo. Se siente tan fuerte. I feel all this energy from all over the world and everything that's going on with Ukraine and Russia, and it's been very, very hard on me these last few days, and it's been very hard on me in these and it's gonna be very hard on me in these next few months. It's going to be very hard on me in these next few months, which is why I do have some information to give you guys, but which is why I am deciding to do the horoscopes for the month of April. Voy a hacer los horóscopos para el mes de abril. Aquí se los voy a dejar ya listos, hechos, porque están pasando unas cosas muy fuertes conmigo. Que yo lamentablemente no hay manera de escaparme de esta energía. Y pues les digo la verdad, les voy a decir la verdad. No les puedo decir tan bien como quiero, tan claro, pero les voy a decir la verdad y luego vamos a hablar de qué va a pasar con Ucrania, Rusia, qué viene para el mes de marzo. But yeah, I'll tell you guys that I'm going to tell you guys a little bit of things that are going on with me, and it's been very hard on me. And with everything that's going on, it is affecting me directly. But we're going to talk about that, and then we're going to go into what's going on with Russia, Ukraine, what's going to happen with China, because I did see something along the sides of China, and April, because there's some strong things going on with me. But I'm just gonna breathe. It's been very sad. It's been very sad. I'm gonna tell you right now. I've been very depressed. I've been very sad because, like I tell you guys, I'm truly an empath. I'm actually an empath, unlike other people that say they are. But being an empath, you feel the death that's going on in the world. You feel the sadness all around the world, and I've been feeling it. I've been feeling it. It's been very hectic for me, but not just because of that. It's been hectic for many reasons, but let me just tell you guys what I want to tell you, just so we won't waste so much time. I'll say it in English, then in Spanish, and then I'm also going to let you guys know also in my predictions for the month of March, as well, for those who watch that and aren't watching this, okay? But these are the horoscopes for April, and we'll get to those in a second. So unfortunately, I am wrapped up in all this situation that's happening with the Ukraine, Russia, with World War, Cold Wars. I'm in the middle of all of this, and unfortunately, I did receive some news that I have to go away for some time. You'll understand if you know my day job, and as of right now, it's been confirmed that I have to disappear for a little bit, and which is why I'm trying to leave you guys with horoscopes for the month of April, and I'm going to try to do the month of May next tomorrow. We're going to try to do the month of May tomorrow, just so you guys can have those ready. Yes, these are going to be the horoscopes for the month of April because of what I'm saying, because I do have to go away for a while. I will be I can't tell you guys too much, and I can't tell you when, but I am going to be disappearing for a little bit, and I mean, they're sending Raphael over there with everything that's going on. Like I said, it affects me directly. I can't tell you guys so much because of my day job, right? But I am going to be disappearing for a little bit, so please pray for me. Please pray for me, so I can return fast, and so I can be safe out there, because with what's going on with Putin, you never know what he's thinking. You never know what's his next step. What is he going to do? Is he going to click that button that's going to shoot out those missiles? You don't know. But I'm going to be in a I am going to be in a I'm going to be, let's just say I'm going to be very close to everything that's happening. Let's just say that. But it's been very sad for me. It's been very hard for my family and my spouse. But I'll leave. I'm gonna leave you guys for a little bit. I will be back because no, I don't visualize myself dying. I don't visualize myself being wrapped up. And either way, I don't see World War just yet. I actually see more of like a Cold War with what's going on with the Ukraine and Russia. I see a lot of things in terms of that, which makes me happy because it makes me happy because I know that I'm gonna be okay. But it does involve me directly and like I said, I'll be back. I will be back. I hope you guys wait for me. That's why I want to leave these horoscopes prepared for you guys so you guys can have something to watch and I'm gonna try to give you guys the predictions for March tomorrow. And I'm gonna try to give you the predictions for April as well. So yeah. Les digo que a los que me están viendo en español no me entendieron. Hay sido un tiempo muy difícil para mí, especialmente con todo lo que está pasando con Ucrania y Rusia y ese loco, que todo eso me está afectando a mí directamente, me afecta a mí y en una forma que ustedes no pueden, no sabían o no pueden creer, pero de repente unos 5 meses y que estoy agradecido que Dios me puso en esta situación por algo. Yo sé que por algo yo me agarro de mi fe, yo le tengo, me pongo en las manos de mi Dios Padre y pues sí, pero me voy a tener que ir por un buen tiempo y los quiero mucho y por eso les quiero dejar los horóscopos de abril para poder, para poder um, tener algo que me puedan ver ustedes, pero recen mucho por mí, recen mucho para que regrese pronto, recen mucho por todo lo que está pasando también, no nomás por mí, yo también estoy rezando por todo lo que está pasando y pues espero que me esperen y espero que cuando regrese ahí estén ustedes, todos los que me quieren y me aman y pues me respetan mucho y estoy agradecido que puedo estar aquí con ustedes, um, pero vamos a, y las citas, no se preocupen, las citas, si les debo, perdón que está sacando algo el printer, si les debo una cita de lecturas, las estoy cancelando y dando refunds. I am doing refunds for all the private readings that I owe, that I'm not going to be able to do. And I have been contacting people, not everyone just yet. I've contacted the few that I could because I don't have that much time with everything that's going on. I am very sad. I am very sad. I've been very sad. It's been very like I've had to make my peace with it that I'm being affected directly by this and that I have to disappear because of this with everything that's going on with Russia, Ukraine, worldwide. I am very sad. I've been very sad. I've been mentally. I've been very overwhelmed and I've been all over the place and been going through it. But don't worry. If I owe you a private reading, I'm contacting everybody little by little, and me and my team, and we're contacting everybody so we can give refunds. Over, of course not. And if I owe you spiritual works, si les debo trabajos espirituales, no se preocupen, yo se los voy a hacer antes de que me vaya. I will be doing your spiritual works before I leave. If I owe you candle works, cleanses, all that, I'm going to be able to finish it. I still have time, but I can't tell you exactly when I'm disappearing. But if I disappear, I already told you. Pero in God's hands, I put myself in my faith. I put myself. I have very, very strong faith that God does everything for a reason. And the other day, I do have actually something to tell you. The other day, I was sitting at my day job, and I was very depressed, and I was just thinking, and I was very depressed, and I was going through a lot of things, and I was sitting there very sad, and all of a sudden, I heard a voice. All of a sudden, I heard a voice, and the voice said, "Everything happens for a reason, my son. And in that moment, I felt such peace, and that depression that I was feeling went away. It went away, and it made me realize that God is with me, the angels are with me, and even though I've been in a dark place for the last few days, because my life is pretty much changing from one day to the next. And I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. That's why it hurt so much for me to give the predictions that I gave for the year about war, about everything that's happening. I knew it was coming. I had already seen it, and it was something that I didn't want to give, but I knew it was going to happen. It was something that I wanted to, um, what's it called? I wanted to just ignore, but I couldn't. I was very sad since the minute that I saw that this was going to happen. When I gave my predictions for February, when I gave my predictions for the year in the last month, I was already I was I already knew it was going to involve me. I already knew. I had already been told. I had visions about it. But what else? Desde que sabía las noticias y que de repente oigo una voz y me dice la voz, todo pasa por algo, mi hijo. Y en ese momento se me quita la tristeza, me lleno de paz, me lleno de felicidad, y me recuerdo y me recuerdan que estoy rodeado por un ejército espiritual, que tengo a mis ángeles, a mi Dios Padre que me cuida específicamente por algo. Me cuida a mí, siempre lo oigo, lo ha visto varias veces a Dios y me ha hablado. Por algo me cuida. Yo sé que yo voy a estar bien. Yo sé que cuando yo vaya para donde vaya, no puedo decir para donde voy a estar bien. Nomás que es algo muy triste, porque es de repente, así que cambia mi vida también. Por eso yo rezo mucho por Ucrania, yo rezo mucho por los rusos también, por los que no quieren que esté pasando esto también. Pero sí, Pero vamos a lo que vinimos, vamos a darte las predicciones. ¿Qué va a pasar con Rusia y Ucrania? Definitivamente yo estoy viendo que los líderes del mundo van a ponerle un hasta aquí. I see that they're going to be able to stop Russia and calm him down and raise, how do I say it, raise their sword against him, and put a halt to what he's trying to do. But at the same time, I am also seeing the Ukraine split in half. And I don't know why, but it makes me so sad. It's like, I don't know if it's because I feel all the death and sadness from the Ukraine, but I also see that the Ukraine splits in half. But I don't see world war. I know a lot of people are scared and worried that there's going to be world war. I don't see world war, at least not right now. Um, but I do see that the Ukraine splits in half. Um, and the good thing that I'm seeing, and I say that the good thing that I'm seeing for the month of March, is that violence is going to continue. It is going to continue for the next two, like, things calm down. Things are more peaceful. The Archangel Michael, Archangel Gabriel tell me that everything not necessarily comes to a halt, but it lowers itself down. It gets more peaceful. Everything kind of calms down, because I see everything, and I see more of like a sudden change and peace. And then it becomes more of like a cold war. A lot of threats, a lot of propaganda, a lot of cyber attacks, but not necessarily world wars. So that's the predictions that I have for you guys. But I do see that this violence in the Ukraine is gonna last probably like another 2, 3 weeks before this calms down. At the rate it's going, it's gonna continue the same way until before it calms down. But it makes me happy, and it makes me feel some sort of peace of mind and joy that I do see that things calm down at the end of March. And I continue praying for everyone in the Ukraine. I continue praying for everyone who doesn't want this war in Russia, in the world, and I continue praying for peace. But yeah, I do. This is what I see. I see the Ukraine split in half, and I do see that the leaders of the world are going to be able to put a stop to Russia. But the other thing that I see, and this thing that hurts my heart, um, is that this is, if you guys pay attention, I'm gonna bring awareness to you guys. If you guys pay attention, this is the horsemen of the apocalypse. First we had COVID, viruses, pestilence. Then we had famine, which we're starting to see it, because we haven't seen it just yet, because I still see famine. I still see scarce like water. I still see that famine is still not to the point where it's going to be. So we need to start preparing ourselves in terms of food wise. We need to start preparing ourselves in terms of water wise, and war. The other two. Now, war is not going to be there just yet, but right now what we're going to be seeing this year seems to be all about conquest. Seems to be about the conquerors, the leaders who are trying to get more power, who's trying to get more land. And the sad thing that I did look at, I know China mentioned something about wanting Taiwan back. And the sad thing that I did see is that China is going to try to take Taiwan back. And it makes me sad. Like it makes me want to cry because it's such a sad thing to be watching, such a sad vision, such a sad prediction. And it's not empty threats. They're not empty threats. These leaders that are making threats, they're not empty threats. But yeah, China and Taiwan, we're gonna see that. We're gonna see that, of course. Yeah. But the good thing is that things are gonna be changing. I do see positive changes, and I had already told you guys that I did see that there was going to be what's that word? There was going to be like the map was changing. I said this last year. I had a vision where I was seeing the world map changing, the geopolitical changing, and we're beginning to see that. But hold on. What I was saying en español, lo que estaba diciendo en español es que lo que va a pasar con Rusia y Ucrania, que yo sí veo que sí le van a poder poner un hasta aquí, que los líderes del mundo le van a poder poner un hasta aquí, y pues le van a poder poner un hasta aquí y que sí lo van a detener, que sí van a poder detener lo que está pasando en con el presidente ruso. Pero sí veo que sí lo van a poner hasta aquí. Pero ¿qué va a pasar con Ucrania? Tristemente yo sí veo que Ucrania pues se va a partir en la mitad. Es una visión que sigo teniendo, que se parte en la mitad Ucrania, que se va a estar partiendo en la mitad. Pero también veo que esta violencia que está pasando en Ucrania se viene calmando ya en 2, 3 semanas, que va a durar todavía otras 2 semanas, semana y media, que sí veo que sí va a durar un poquito más. Y sí, es la otra cosa que les tengo que decir. Pero aparte de eso, me quiero acordar que dije en inglés. Aparte de eso, la carta esta me dice que sí, que ya se va a calmar la situación, que esto se va a convertir en como una guerra fría. Es decir, que muchos ataques como cibernéticos, creo que así se dice, que va a haber muchos ataques así, pero esto lo que está pasando con Ucrania, así igual como está pasando, sigue por otras 2 semanas, eso sí lo veo. Pero ya para finales de marzo veo que se calma, que les digo que sí veo que le van a poder poner un hasta aquí al presidente ruso, pero lo malo es que chequeé lo de que iba a pasar con Taiwán, porque le estaba diciendo que yo estaba viendo que dijo China que quería hacer algo con Taiwán, y les digo que esto no son amenazas vacías. Estas amenazas son bien serias y sí las van a hacer, porque yo me meto a ver para ver si sí le va a hacer algo a Taiwán, y que sí, yo sí veo que China también va a querer atacar a Taiwán. Y les digo que estos son los jinetes de los apocalipso. Si se ponen a pensar, yo lo que les recomiendo es que sigamos rezando, que nos agarremos de la fe. Yo les había dicho que este año nos teníamos que agarrar de la fe, que teníamos que volver a rezar, que Dios quiere que volvamos a rezar. Y sí, pero cuando yo me meto a ver lo que está pasando, que si va a hacer esto China, no lo va a hacer, me sale que sí, lo va a hacer, que China sí está pensando en hacerlo, y que sí veo que sí viene queriendo tomar el poder de Taiwán. Son cosas que les digo que no son amenazas vacías. Um, pero les digo que si se ponen a pensar, son los jinetes del apocalipso. Pónganse a pensar. Primero tuvimos la pestilencia, el COVID. Luego se está presentando como la falta de comida, que está faltando la comida, nuestras cosas, el famine. Pero todavía no estamos llegando a donde vamos a llegar. Como cuando yo digo que va a faltar la comida, va a faltar la agua, todavía no hemos llegado. Todavía ya se está presentando, pero no hemos llegado. Lo próximo que estamos viendo es ¿cómo se dice? Conquista, que quiere conquistar la gente de poder, quieren conquistar pues sus terrenos, quieren más tierra, quieren más poder. Ese es uno de los jinetes del apocalipso. La guerra todavía no se ha presentado, que se está representando en Ucrania, pero no se ha presentado en el mundo entero, que es lo próximo que nos viene, es el próximo que nos falta, es el de la guerra y es el de la falta de comida. Son los jinetes del apocalipsis. Ahorita se está representando el conquistador y que sí vamos a seguir viendo que van a querer más líderes conquistar más lugares. Que ahorita pensamos con Rusia, pero ¿por qué China estuvo tan callado? China también se pasó mucho tiempo callado que no oímos de China y pues ahora que China habla de querer conquistar a Taiwán, esto ya se venía preparando desde hace mucho. Esto no, y eso sí me da el entendimiento que tuvieron algo que ver con el COVID. Yo también creo que sí, yo también creo que tuvieron algo que ver con el COVID para poder planear todo lo que querían planear. Por eso todo esto ya está bien planeado. Esto no es de repente que quieren hacerlo. Esto no es de repente que lo quieren hacer. Esto ya lo planearon desde hace 2, 3 años y ya lo tenían planeado. Pero también son los jinetes del apocalipso. Pónganse a pensar. Yo creo que este video ya lo voy a dejar más de predicciones, porque me pasé hablando de predicciones y un mensaje serio con ustedes. Pero tenemos que rezar mucho. We have to pray. If you can, go back to church. If you were one of the people who like to go to church, go back to church. Pray. We need that when we pray in a church, when we come together to pray in a church, it puts a protection over the earth. And right now, since we haven't been doing that, the protection has fallen. Por eso, there's so many negative energies happening all around the world. There's so many things happening all around the world. Por eso les digo que si pueden rezar, pueden ir regresar a las iglesias, que regresen. Porque en rezar en una iglesia, en que nos unimos en una iglesia para rezar y orar y todo eso, pone una protección en la tierra, le pone las cadenas al diablo, a los demonios, y ahorita no ha habido, por eso se ven tan free, como que se ven tan libres ahorita. Pero sí, eso sí es verdad. Todavía veo que vienen cambios fuertes, que también me metí a ver que si el presidente ruso va a querer invadir a ¿cómo se dice? Polandia o Polen, que sí veo también eso, que sí es verdad, que sí veo que sí, pero no ahorita. Yo ahorita lo veo que se va a tener que retirar tantito y esperarse, pero luego ya, más a ratito sí lo veo que sí lo hace. Sí vienen cosas fuertes, pero yo creo que más a rato. Por eso tenemos que rezar mucho para detener todo esto. Por eso cuando yo veo a la Virgen y se me presenta la Virgen, me exige que recemos. Son cosas fuertes. Tengo mis predicciones aquí ya preparadas para el mes de marzo, pero luego les digo las restas. I already have the predictions ready for the month of March, but I will give you guys those predictions. So that's what this little list here, and I'm actually still going through more predictions. I'm still going to be looking into more tomorrow before I film them. But yeah, I do. Me desespero. I'm like very frustrated, and I'm praying, and I actually put a candle, and I actually been putting candles, lighting candles, and doing spiritual things to stop everything that's going on in the world, to pray, and it's just a very frustrating thing. You can tell how frustrated I am. I know you guys can. I'm sorry that I bring this upon you guys, but I just wanted to give you guys that information, and then I wanted to share these predictions with you. But we need to continue praying. I do see change in terms of this war and crisis going on in the Ukraine towards the end of March. I do see things calming down, but but I also see the Ukraine split in half, and I keep seeing that, and that's actually one of the visions that I have. And but yeah, let's just it's so frustrating, huh? But remember, I'm only disappearing for a little bit, not forever. I'm not gonna go over there and die. I don't see myself dying. I see myself dying very old and after I've done many things. So I'll be back. I'll be back. I'll be back in a short amount of time. Hopefully, we need to pray. But yeah, this the I don't see World War just yet, but I do see that this is the start of it. Um, no veo guerras mundiales todavía, pero sí veo que este es el empienzo de guerras mundiales. Pero, pero tenemos que rezar mucho para detener todo eso. You had a dream of me, Perla? It's because we were chosen. We were chosen to live the hardest times. All of us that are alive right now, we were chosen to live the hardest times of that humanity is going to be living, because we are living the apocalypse. The apocalypse definitely started. Remember, I told you guys that the angels, the divine, told me that the Mayans got it wrong. That it wasn't 2012. It was actually 2021. After 2021, it was going to be the apocalypse, and we are beginning to see it. And it's true. There's definitely stronger things coming later on. Later in 9-10 years, there's stronger things coming out. We're chosen to live the most difficult times, so we need to. And a lot of people complain. They're like, "Oh, you only see negative things. Where's the positive things?" I mean, look around. Is there really anything positive going on? There's a lot of things happening that we. If I was giving you positive predictions, I would be lying to you, because there's a lot of negative things happening. Maria Cruz, and that's a thing. And I keep saying to a lot of people, nothing positive since 2020. We're never going to go back to 2019. We're going to continue living difficult times. We need to pray. We need to be very spiritual beings, because we are very spiritual beings. We need to believe in all that. Que dice esta persona que no ha pasado nada bueno desde 2020, y es verdad, y no vamos a volver al 2019 o antes. Esto va a seguir así. Nos tenemos que agarrar de la fe, y por eso yo creo que Dios me puso aquí en la tierra. Yo creo que por eso Dios me despierta a los 22 años, porque Él ya sabía que venía esto. María Cruz, I believe you. I believe that you heard the trumpets of the apocalypse. I believe you heard the trumpets. Yo sé que creo, María Cruz, que oíste, porque yo en ese tiempo, cuando yo miraba que se oían en otros, que mucha gente los grababa y se oían unos trompetas y decían, ¿qué es eso? Y nomás se oía que salía del cielo. Yo ya sabía que ya venía todo esto, porque esas trompetas nos estaban avisando que tuviéramos cuidado, nos agarráramos de la fe, vienen cosas fuertes. I don't want to predict on the president of Ukraine, because I don't see good things for the president of Ukraine. Uh, that's why I don't know if I should give predictions of the president of Ukraine, but yeah, I don't see. I would just say that I don't see good things for the president of Ukraine. I will be praying for him. I will be praying for the president of Ukraine, but I don't see like very good things in terms of that. And it hurts, because he's a good person. He's a good person. He's not a bad person. Me preguntan que hay predicciones para el presidente de Ucrania. Pues yo no quiero predecir del presidente de Ucrania, porque me duele mucho lo que veo, y no veo cosas buenas para él. No veo cosas buenas para él. Last one. Queen Elizabeth. Queen Elizabeth, the card that dominates Queen Elizabeth is the card of death. I've already told you guys that I don't see her surviving much longer. Her time is coming. And I know she's been sick. That she caught COVID, but I I don't believe it was COVID. I believe maybe she did catch COVID, but now she's having complications and she's very serious, or she already passed away. Because 2 days ago, I had a revelation, and I was seeing that she was already that she had already passed away, or that she was already very critical. But I feel that they're gonna probably hold on to that news for a while. Um, I feel like I feel like that could even be false, that she caught COVID. I feel there's a lot of like complicated energy when it comes to Queen Elizabeth, but I do know one thing is that I see that they showed me that she had already passed, or that she was very critical ill, and that she was going to be passing away soon. Um, but I feel like they're going to hold on to it because of everything that's going on in the world. That we probably won't hear about it till later. Um, Les digo que la reina Isabel, que yo veo que tuve una revelación con la reina Isabel de que ya se había muerto, o que está bien mal críticamente. Pero la revelación que tengo es que ya va a fallecer muy pronto. Yo me la enseñaron, yo la miraba que ya estaba muy, muy mal, o que ya se había muerto. Pero yo creo que se van a detener esas noticias hasta luego, hasta que ya se calme todo esto, porque son cosas fuertes. I'll have news for US in my predictions, but I need to. This definitely was not the horoscopes. I'm gonna get off, get back on, and we're gonna do the horoscopes, because ya me pasé. I gave you guys predictions, and that's not what I've wanted to do. And then another thing that I'm also seeing. I'm getting hot. Another thing that I'm also seeing is I keep having visions. We need. It frustrates me. It really frustrates me when I get visions like this. But I keep having visions of a plane falling, or an aircraft falling, with someone famous or somebody well known. It's like it's this repetitive energy, like in 2020. But they're saying that there's going to be someone well known that's going to be crashing. I saw that some YouTuber had an accident, and he passed away in that plane crash. But ever since I saw that, I keep seeing somebody else now. It's almost like if that was like if that was like, for me, it was like a sign that there was something bigger that was gonna happen. But les digo que tengo visiones de un artista o alguien bien conocido que se le viene cayendo su avión. Que me siguen enseñando, que me dicen que las energías se repiten de 2020 en cuestiones de eso. Pero luego les voy a decir qué va a pasar y quién y todo eso. Ya yo creo en las predicciones de mañana les digo. Pero si están las energías tan negativas, se van a seguir cayendo los aviones, van a seguir pasando cosas fuertes. Ya sí. Pero ahorita me voy a quitar y ahorita los veo otra vez en un segundo. Ahorita los veo en un segundo, porque ya me pasé. No tenía que haber hecho eso, y ya me pasé mucho del tiempo. Porque me puse triste, no les voy a mentir, me puse triste, y pensé hablar, y pues sí. I'll tell you guys that I got very sad, and I ended up like focusing on the predictions, because I did get very sad as I was trying to tell you guys that I'm going away for a while. But I will be back. We're finishing the orders for everybody who purchased on Etsy within these next hours. We're actually finishing all the orders. So that is, and I'm gonna finish the candle work and all this stuff. But don't worry, you guys. I'm gonna be okay. Just pray for me to return fast, so we can continue predictions and continue doing lives and continue predicting. I'm taking my cards though. I'm gonna have my cards. I'm gonna take my tarot deck with me wherever I'm going, and of course I'm gonna be one step ahead of everybody. That's the good thing about this. But that's it. That brings me joy. It brings me joy. If I take my cards with me wherever I'm going, it brings me joy. It makes me happy, because it's my happy. Spirituality is my happy place. Absolutely. Digo que me enfoqué mucho en las predicciones ahorita, en vez de hacer los horóscopos, porque me puse triste. Pero les digo que me voy a llevar mis cartas a donde voy a ir. I'm not going on vacation. I've already said it in the beginning. I'm not going on vacation. I am going away due to everything that's going on with Ukraine and Russia. It involves me directly. So I'm not going on vacation, but I'll be back soon. Anyways, let's get started on the horoscopes. I'll be right back. Let's get off of this, post this as predictions, and then we'll get back on to do the horoscopes. I'll be back. I love you guys. Los quiero mucho. Ahorita los veo para los horóscopos.